guys. Passed out last night. Couldn't finish the videos. But this morning I woke up with a feeling that I want to share with you guys with a parable. So this is a little story I heard from YouTube a while back, and I want to share it, okay? Forgot where I got it from. So there was an emperor, okay? He was ruling a city, right? He was like the king. It's in olden times. And every Friday, people who were in need would come to him, and he would grant whatever his village was lacking. Which person had a new baby, they would be providing the individual families and things like that with their needs, right? So one day a beggar came, and the beggar came and told him right away, I want you to help me with a condition. And this is not the way beggars talk, right? The emperor replied, why, what condition? Who do you think you're talking to? What do you think? I'm a beggar? Of course I can fulfill whatever you need. And the beggar looked at him, and there was a certain glimmer in his eyes. He was not an ordinary beggar or person. He was more like a alchemist, right? He was a sorcerer in a way around the village. And he told him, I want you to fulfill only if you can make this completely full. Right? So he showed him a small bowl of like a pot, right? A small pot where he said that only if you can make this full with jewelry and gold, then try to fulfill my needs. Otherwise, don't even try, right? So the emperor got up from his chair. He's like, who do you really think you're talking to? And he called his guards. He's like, hey, bring in the jewels, bring in give this guy some pearls and gold and make it full right away. I want to see what this guy has to say. What is this about? So they brought some gold and pearls and they put it in the bowl. And they filled it up. As soon as it was near full, by the time the emperor came down to check, it was empty again. So he called his guards again, and they told him to stand by to watch closely what the hell just happened, and ordered more pearls and gold to come by. So they did, and this continued. Each time it came near being full, it was empty again, right? So the emperor, with his ego, he told the entire kingdom he told everything he has, golds, not just golds, but diamonds, all the precious metals, try to be placed on this, to be filled. And everything kept vanishing, and this went on for over a month, until the last day when the emperor was done too. He was a beggar himself. And he asked him, hey, unknown beggar, talking to the guy now, before you leave, please tell me, what is this? He said, I have created this with human ego. So the moral of the story relates to a video I made like 2-3 days ago, where we are going to have that, in my quote, disgustingly fast turnover of material things that are going to impress us, right? Whatever our goals are, to like things to get, is going to go away really quickly. It's gonna be almost sad how quickly it goes, right? The only thing you'll have to hold on to relive those things is if you're somebody who holds on to the ego, and every time you have the chance to show other people that you know of the item, you're gonna try to relive it a little bit more and a little bit more, but it's not gonna really work, right? Now, how does this apply to an entrepreneur is this: it's important to embody, at least for me, such ideas, and just remember how this feels, how it'll feel, because you're working to achieve one of the hardest things, right? The last thing you want is mentally to have in mind the things you're gonna get is going to how they're gonna feel, like a skewed prediction, a skewed expectation of how it's gonna feel when you get there. Now, I don't want to bash anybody who has goals. It's okay to have material goals. You want the house, you want a thing, you want to buy this, that. That's okay. If it motivates you, that's fine. But at least for me, at least this morning, I had a really, I woke up with quite a big understanding. It's something I always embody, actually. Like material. I'm not a really materialistic guy. Never was, but it really helps. Okay, because it takes away layers in why you do things, right? You understand that, okay, I know that whatever I kind of get and buy and things are not going to be worth it. Is my motivation dipping down because of it? If it doesn't, then you know that your want to do whatever you're doing is somewhat beyond, what you're going to buy with it, right? It's a pretty clear understanding for that. And you go in this manner, and there's many other things that come up, and I'll share some more of these with parables. That'll be cool. In the end, what's going to happen is you're pretty much going to be doing the things you do, I'm not going to say because you're passionate and all that shit, but because you kind of have fun. Because the struggle is only so far, right? If you think about it, if you're giving 10 to 12 hours a day, doing what you think in your best is going to work, and whatever you learn new, you implement right away, you're executing all your ideas properly, and you keep at it, and even if you fail, we all know now that there's no such thing. It's always parts of the step until you get there, right? So, but even for this matter, even if you fail and things are not going good, and let's say you have setbacks, and those setbacks are pretty short, let's say 2 to 3 days, 3 days of frustration and fucking pissed off, and then you come back to it and you get back right on the horse. How long do you think it's gonna last? It's not gonna take probably that long. I would say maximum 5 years. For some people, that's a heck lot of time. I would say it's pretty small of a price to pay to be able to have complete freedom for the rest of your life, right? So yeah, be really authentic, be self-aware of what you're doing, why you're doing it, and it's going to help. Some of the things that may scare other people is going to be your strength, right? If this shit takes a long time, it doesn't scare me anymore. It used to. I used to have, and the biggest one was not even that, the biggest fear with that was not even materialistic, I need to get it fucking in 2 years. It was just me being able to create the lifestyle and show my mom, hey, look, I can offer this. The same ship gal who went through all that bullshit is now this. That's something I wanted to offer before she gets fit to hold, right? Before she gets 55 and she starts to get a little weak in the legs and things like that, right? That was one of the things, but not really attached to that either, because I know she'll live a long time. But yeah, guys, that's my parable for the day. Hope you enjoyed that. Peace. Crazy.